Welcome to the 2025 Department of Psychology Commencement Ceremony. As you can see, we have a very full house, and we want to ensure that everyone can see and hear during the program. Please take a moment now to turn off your cell phone ringers. We have professional photography staff here to make sure that we have excellent photos taken of each graduate. During the program, we ask that no one leave their seat to take pictures, as you will block the view of others. Thank you for your assistance in making this event enjoyable for all.
Please stand for our national anthem. Everyone, please be seated. Good morning, graduates, parents, family members, friends, and faculty. Welcome to the annual commencement ceremony of the Department of Psychology at the University of Michigan. My name is Preeti Shah. I'm the department chair, and this is my 26th year as a faculty member in psychology. I'm delighted to be here celebrating you and your accomplishments today. As a professor, I can't help but use this opportunity to sneak in one last lecture about some classic psychology research accomplished here at Michigan. In the 1980s and 90s, Professor Emeritus Dick Nisbet studied the impact of undergraduate and graduate education on students' critical thinking skills. He found that studying psychology and related social sciences at Michigan, more so than other disciplines, had a positive impact on students' critical thinking and their ability to critically evaluate empirical information. In this age of abundant information and misinformation, these reasoning skills are perhaps more important than ever before, and you will use them in clinics and hospitals, courtrooms and office buildings, classrooms and communities in which you will live and work. So know that whatever your next steps are, you're leaving with a foundation of knowledge and skills that have been cultivated in one of the best departments at the University of Michigan and one of the top psychology departments in the nation. It is an honor to chair this department, and I'm proud of all of you. Our graduating seniors in psychology and biopsychology, cognition, and neuroscience, our master's recipients, and our PhD graduates. Our programs are amongst the best in the world, and it is an incredible achievement to hold a degree from them. What you've accomplished during your time here is truly remarkable, and you should feel proud. Today, we have nearly 800 graduates, with almost 700 in attendance. We will be recognizing graduates from each of these programs. Before we continue, let's give all of our accomplished graduates a round of applause. We will begin today's ceremony by honoring our graduate students. Let me introduce Professor Natalie Tronson, the Associate Chair for Graduate Studies.
Good morning and welcome. We have many students to congratulate today, and they have worked hard to accomplish their degrees. We'll not keep them waiting that much longer. We're going to begin with the presentation of degrees to the graduate students from the Department of Psychology. We have invited one of the students receiving her doctorate degree to address you today, Jayla Osborne, a psychology PhD graduate in cognition and cognitive neuroscience. Jayla.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's such an honor to stand here and honor our extraordinary achievements today. To the faculty, staff, family, and friends, thank you for being here today and for all the moments and days leading up to this, to keep us going. You supported us, encouraged us, and reminded us of our capabilities, even on the days when it felt like we were sliding down a wall in despair, straight out of a 90s R&B music video. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations, we made it. What an unforgettable ride this has been. We made it past Zoom University and the Responsa Blue notifications. We also experienced 4 consecutive years of beating Ohio State and a national championship. When we started this chapter, many of us came in with a plan. We thought we knew what was ahead. But somewhere between the constant deadlines, the papers, and the what am I even doing moments, life humbled us quickly. We discovered that growth isn't always pretty, linear, or fast. Often it's messy, uncomfortable, and slow, but it's also beautiful and it's real. For me, this journey to the PhD didn't follow a straight line. After undergrad, I spent 2 years as a research coordinator at a hospital, 2 years filled with uncertainty and doubt about whether a PhD was even possible for me. I first visited Michigan in fall 2018 through the Psychology Diversity Recruitment Weekend. I met my future advisors, and I fell in love with the campus and the program. I rushed back home, energized to register for the Graduate Records Exam, GRE, and pulled together my PhD application for Michigan, which was due barely a month later. I struggled with the GRE. I applied to Michigan, and I was rejected. It was devastating. What had felt like everything aligning suddenly felt like everything closing. But I didn't give up. I reached out for feedback, and then I spent the next 6 months acting on it, every single day. I studied for 2 hours after work to improve my GRE score. I took a graduate-level stats course to show that I was ready. I submitted research for publication, and I refined my personal statements. And the next cycle, I got in. Those years taught me something important. Detours don't mean dead ends. Sometimes they're just the longer, more scenic routes to where you're meant to be. I started graduate school in 2020, and across my time here, I've studied how attention deficit hyperactivity disorder shows up in adult lives through patterns like distractibility, mind wandering, and hyperfocus. How medication affects cognitive functions like inhibitory control, and even evaluated a metacognitive self-control training intervention within a sample of justice-involved individuals, all in effort to bridge lab research with real-world experiences. Not every project yielded shiny, statistically significant results, and at times that was frustrating. But it reminded me that research impact isn't always in the p-values or posterior distributions. It's in the people. Incremental progress is still progress, with the potential to positively impact someone's life. Graduate school has only strengthened my belief that science should serve those too often left out of the conversation. And I know I'm not alone in that. Each of us arrived here with a story, shaped by personal challenges, family histories, and moments of uncertainty. We've navigated more than just coursework. Some of us balanced jobs, cared for loved ones, grieved through loss, supported incarcerated family, managed financial stress, or wrestled with imposter phenomenon, all while witnessing immense suffering and chaos in the world. These were moments when it would have been easier to give up, but you didn't. You kept showing up, tired, uncertain, overwhelmed, or afraid. That's the kind of strength no diploma can measure, but it's the kind that will carry you through life. Challenges will come, but I hope you'll look back on this time and remember just how capable you are of doing hard things even in the hardest times. As we step into what's next, it's okay if we don't have it all figured out. What matters is how you show up. Whether you're entering the workforce, medical school, graduate school, or taking a gap year, show up with curiosity, ask questions, be compassionate, and understand that the work that you do has the power to change lives. I leave you with 3 things to remember as you embark on the next chapter. Number 1, run your own race. What's for you will not miss you. Number 2, trouble doesn't last always, so keep your head up. It's going to get better. And lastly, you belong in every room that you enter, so walk in with confidence. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go Blue!
Thank you, Jayla. At this time, I will invite all of the PhD recipients, along with their Hooding faculty advisors, to stand and approach the front of the stage. The PhD, Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology, is the highest degree offered by our department. Most college degrees are granted to recognize the acquisition of knowledge, the mastery of content, but the PhD is the only degree that is granted to recognize creation of new knowledge. It represents the accomplishment of 5 or more years of coursework, teaching, and research that culminates in a doctoral dissertation. And each of these dissertations represents new knowledge that helps advance our understanding of the world. The faculty mentor works very closely with the student during this journey, and so in today's ceremony, the mentor will present each student with the hood representing the attainment of the doctoral degree. Please hold your applause, and we will recognize the group once all of the names have been read. Dr. Sarai Blanco Martinez, hooded by Drs. Debbie Rivas-Drake and Fernanda Lima Cross. Sorry. It's Sarai Blanco Martinez, I'm so sorry. Dr. Imani Burris, hooded by Stephanie Freiberg. Dr. Blake E. Bright-Jones, hooded by Dr. Kai Cortina. Dr. Rachel Eggleston, hooded by Dr. Yulia Kovelman. And Dr. Teresa Satterfield. Dr. Eden Harrison, hooded by Drs. Isa Settles and Megan Sweeney. Dr. Gabrielle Acquia Apia Kubi, hooded by Dr. Rona Carter. Gabrielle Acquia Apia Kubi. Dr. Sujin Lee, hooded by Dr. Cheryl Olson. Dr. Adalia Maciel, hooded by Dr. Sarah McClelland and Monique Ward.
There you go, Dr. Maciel. Wait, we're gonna tie. Well, we're not gonna tie it. We're gonna hug you. You'll figure it later. Yay! Congratulations.
Dr. Stephanie Miller Tejada, hooded by Dr. Isa Settles. Dr. Margot Wexler-Menkes, hooded by Dr. Laura Zahodny. Dr. Emily Morris, hooded by Laura Zahodny. Dr. Kate Morman, hooded by Stephanie Freiberg. Dr. Kain Nguyen, hooded by Dr. Taraz Lee. Dr. Nia Nickerson, hooded by Drs. Yulia Kovelman and Teresa Satterfield. Dr. Jayla Osborne, hooded by Dr. Preeti Shah. Dr. Junyoung Park, hooded by Dr. Rona Kata. Dr. Megan Pearson, hooded by Dr. Joy Mandesa. Dr. Madeline Quirk, hooded by Dr. Preeti Shah. Dr. Shreya Rajakapul, hooded by Dr. Thad Polk. Dr. Brianna Scott, hooded by Dr. Mark Zimmerman. Dr. Ellen Simmons Chan, hooded by Dr. Susan Gelman. Dr. Gabriela Suarez, hooded by Dr. Luke Hyde. Dr. Kelsey Marissa Thorne, hooded by Dr. Isis Settles. Dr. Christopher Turner, hooded by Jill Becker. Dr. Jill Becker. Dr. Valerie Umscheid, hooded by Dr. Susan Gelman. Dr. Natasha Vonoy, hooded by Drs. Julie Boland and Rick Lewis. Dr. Logan Walls, hooded by Dr. Richard Lewis. Dr. Kathy Shee, hooded by Dr. Patty Werder-Lorenz. Now please join me in congratulating our new Doctors of Philosophy and Psychology. Next, we have a small but extraordinary group of graduates. The Accelerated Master's Degree Program has produced 4 graduates this year, and 3 of them have joined us today. Will the AMDP graduates please come forward? These students earned a bachelor's degree at Michigan last year, and in addition have completed a concurrent 2-year program leading to a master's degree in psychology. Professor Patricia Reuter-Lorenz will introduce each of them to you, assisted by advisor Rachel Watson. Please hold your applause, and we will recognize the group once all the names are read.
Elizabeth Bruns. Did I say it right? Good. Jackson Schwartz. Jin Shi. Now please join me in a round of applause to congratulate them all.
Next, I introduce Professor Julie Boland, the Associate Chair for Undergraduate Studies and Director of the Honours Program, to present our next group of graduates.
Now it's time to celebrate our largest group of graduates, those who earned their bachelor's degrees. The undergraduate programs in psychology are the largest in LS&A. Our students represent 18% of LS&A graduates. We will first recognize undergraduate students who have earned a departmental award. May I ask those students to come forward now? And I'm obligated to say, please hold your applause until all of the awards have been given. First, we present the Anne Rudo Memorial Scholarship, which recognizes a student with academic interests in both psychology and biology. The scholarship is given in memory of Anne Rudo, who was a senior at the University of Michigan at the time of her death. Katrina Pershey received a Rudo Award in 2024. Congratulations. Katrina is an aspiring physician who has worked in the Congenital Heart Center at Mott's Children's Hospital and has also worked with a nursing home resident in memory care. She completed her thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Monique Ward and Dr. Tiffany Munzer, titled The Uses and Gratifications of Parental TikTok Usage. She graduates with a Bachelor of Science double major in Biomolecular Science and Psychology with honors. Congratulations, Katrina. This way. Oh, no, that way? Oh, that way. Sorry. The second Rudo Award recipient is Megan Pham, who also received the award in 2024. Megan is also pursuing a career in medicine and has worked as a bystander intervention and community engagement volunteer while also serving as a member of the Michigan Community Scholars Program. She worked in the Culture and Cognition Lab as a volunteer first and then to complete her own honors project. She graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology with honors. Congratulations, Megan. Stay there. Megan Pham is also a recipient of our next award, the Al and Barbara Kane Living Memorial Award. This award is given to students writing an honors thesis related to bereavement, loss, attachment, stress, or trauma. Megan received this award in fall 2024. She recently completed her honors thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Shinobu Kitayama, titled The Moderating Effect of Culture on Loneliness and Well-Being. Congratulations, Megan. Thank you. Lillian Schern is also a fall 2024 recipient of the Al and Barbara Kane Living Memorial Award. Lillian recently completed her honors thesis in Dr. Mahi Kira's lab titled Surviving the Cut, Understanding Emotional Responses and Social Behavior Among Layoff Survivors. She graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Organizational Studies with honors. Congratulations, Lillian. Next, we present the W.P. Tanner Memorial Award, an annual prize for innovative research conducted by an undergraduate student. This award was created in the memory of Wilson Tanner, who started his work at Michigan as a graduate student in 1949. Today, we recognize Jo Lee as a 2025 Tanner Award recipient. Jo recently completed her honors thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Molly Simonite and Dr. Thad Polk. It's titled GABA Levels, Neural Distinctiveness, and Memory Performance in Older Adults. Jo graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Economics and BCN with honors. Congratulations, Jo. The second Tanner Award recipient is Haley Prokop as a 2025 Tanner Award recipient. Haley recently completed her honors thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Katie Jodl and Dr. Lindsay Bornheimer. It's titled Exploring Life Outcomes and Early Experiences Among Transgender Individuals, a Mixed Method Study. Haley graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with honors. Congratulations, Haley. The third Tanner recipient is Zoe Bernardi, who received the award in 2024 under the mentorship of Dr. Cindy Lustig. Zoe completed research that centered around an investigative content analysis of younger and older adults for the purpose of understanding the efficacy of rehearsal and other related strategies in working memory performance. Zoe graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Congratulations, Zoe. Our next award, the Louis Bernstein Undergraduate Psychology Research Award, is to support psychology and BCN students as they begin their honors project. This award helps cover summer research and living expenses. Today, we recognize two recipients of this award. Nahum El-Drubi is the first recipient of this award. She recently completed her honors thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Joanna Matisse and Dr. Jennifer Cummings. It is titled Identifying Risk Factors for Sudden Unexpected Death in Epilepsy in a Mouse Model of Dravet Syndrome. She graduates with a Bachelor of Science in BCN with honors. Congratulations, Nahum. The next recipient of the Bernstein is Kayla Drifka. Kayla is completing her honors thesis this summer under the mentorship of Dr. Megan Martz and Dr. Jennifer Cummings. It is titled Examining Reward-Related Self-Regulation in Adolescence, a Multimodal Analysis. She graduates with a Bachelor of Science in BCN with honors. Congratulations, Kayla. Our next award, the Martha Munzer Memorial Award, was established by the parents of Martha Munzer, who passed away while she was a student in LS&A. This award is given to outstanding women in the psychology honors program, and this year we have two recipients of this award. Marina Bowring is the first recipient of the award this year. Mariana completed her thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Gigi Awad, titled The High Cost of No Choice, Pregnancy Attitudes Among Community College Students. She graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with honors. Congratulations, Mariana. Judy Zhu is the second recipient of this award this year. Judy completed her thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Susan Gelman, titled How Emerging Adults' Perceptions of Parental Social Dominance Orientation Relate to Their Academic Self-Efficacy. She graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science and Psychology with honors. Congratulations, Judy. Next, we present the W.B. Pillsbury Prize, awarded to one honors students from each major for an outstanding research thesis in the field of experimental psychology. The BCN recipient is Isabel Dugan. Isabel's thesis, titled Take It or Leave It, The Evolution of Possession in Rhesus Macaques, was completed under the mentorship of Dr. Alexandra Rosati. Isabel has earned a Bachelor of Science, double majoring in BCN with honors, and Ecology, Evolution, and Biodiversity. Congratulations, Isabel.
Thank you.
The psychology recipient is Nicholas Love. He recently completed his honors thesis with Dr. Miles Durkee, titled Creating Space, the Role of Counter Spaces in Sense of Belonging and Community for Black Students at Predominantly White Institutions. He graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with honors. Congratulations, Nick. Now, please join me in congratulating all of these award-winning students with a round of applause. We now turn to a special group of undergraduate students who completed theses in 2 majors. As Preeti mentioned, 2 different majors are available through our department, psychology and BCN. What these students have in common is participation in the thesis research program. For 2 terms, these students work closely with faculty and graduate students on state-of-the-art research. They each completed a written report of their projects, and each thesis was then reviewed by 3 faculty, and for many, given a designation of graduation with honors. Now, we will present the students who completed a thesis in their major. At this time, I invite all of these graduates to approach the stage. Looks like that's already happening. Professor Craig Rodriguez-Sejas will present the graduates, assisted by advisor Rachel Watson. And again, please hold your applause and we will congratulate them as a group.
Okay. Ariadne Aristidou. Elizabeth Bernardini. Lily Burney. Shruti Chakravarti. Paul Fontana. Elizabeth Geib. Erica Griffin. Elena Gross. Ariana Herman. Juliana Hickey. Margaret Koshi. Valentina Knapp. Drew Lambaria. Sabina Lee. Jayu Lin. Catherine Lindsay. Danielle Ludmir. Emma Margolis. Paula Martinez. Marlo McCullough. Emily Mills. Meena Padranji. Natalie Pierce. Lucy Potts. Sahana Raja. Jacob Sasgari. Dakota Betts. Maitran, Molly Umansky, Bianca Ishwanyang, Wang, sorry, Chuanzo, Jordan Bacharach, Hunter Baldwin, Julia Somai, Nicolena Capello, sorry, Noor El Sheikh, Alejandra Gonzalez Manso, Kendall Klingensmith, Erin Knapp, Nicole Kodkani, Elizabeth Colias, Christina Lau, Hannah Lubowitz, Shifa Malik, Grace Price, Evan Wren, Amelia Schock, Elena Schreiner, Orly Shapiro, Prisha Srivastava, Victoria Trita, Tiffany Yo, Eden Yu, Yeyoung Jan, Ari Zweibom. This concludes the honors students graduating in psychology. Please join us in a round of applause.
We have two bachelor's programs, one in psychology and one in biopsychology, cognition, and neuroscience. So next, we will present the students graduating with a major in biopsychology, cognition, and neuroscience. At this time, I invite all of the BCN graduates to approach the stage. Professor Patricia Reuter-Lorenz will present the graduates, assisted by advisor Rachel Watson. And please hold your applause until the end of the group is announced.
Should we start? Marwa Aboualis. Kayla Acton. Zainab Ahmed. Nathan Alexander. Jenna Ali Koja. Jeremy Allager. Jenna Al-Nouri. Malak Al-Shayeb. Dana Amjed. Nicholas Ando. Renata Arkin. Paige Ashley. Ali Atobi. Justine Aurora. Catherine Austin. Kaylin Baitinger. Katerina Garcia Chopi. Shaila Karununja. Gabrielle Baker. Shreya Barlinge. Ankith Busuvu Lingu. Zoya Bashir. Elise Beckman. Layla Beers. Kaylin Benton. Sarah Bernardo. Taylor Berry. Emily Bach. Delaney Briner. Mary Brenneman. Zoe Brown. Leanne Brownlee. Alexis Buckley. Caden Bunce. Dima Booney. Sadie Bername. Lauren Burnside. Maya Burton. Alexandra Kane. Lauren Carlson. Mallory Carney. Isis Carter. Amy Castillo. Fejanor Chaudhry. Fejanor Chaudhry. Sophie Chenard. Maya Cohen. Mia Cohen. Victoria Cohen. Madison Kopis. Mariah Kosand. Camila Costa. Jada Cunningham. Helena Curry. Claire Delorto. Abria Dent. Juliet Deneen. Natalie Dobbs. Megan Dodabalaper. Lena Dorr. Judy Dong. Gabriella Dragos. Lila Drasner. was going fast. Ryan Dretler. Sorry about that. Shriyamsha Bubaka. Slow down. Reagan Dufresne. Kaisina Duran. Lama Ibrahim. Umusua Anakapene. Rafael Esteva. George Esteve. Mara Estrick. Emily Evans. Samantha Farsht. Hadi Fayed. Yasmin Fernandez. Brendan Fitzpatrick. Emma Fishbein. Trudy Foster. Alyssa Franco. Samantha Freck. Maureen Fuller. Janelle Garcia. Unaya Gardner. Bria Gardner. Caroline Gebchuk. Megan Gibson. Sylvia Geiger. Ethan Gilman. Riley Goldsmith. Vanessa Gonzalez. Felicia Gordon. Shane Greenfield. Sophie Gross. Sasha Gu Sinkin. Reha Hugawalde. Soraya Heder. Kanut Halim. Lauren Hall. Alexa Humama. Brooke Hardy. Hannah Harms. Matthew Hart. Caitlin Hayes. Isabella Henry. Cameron Herbert. Jordan Hirsch. Hope Hilligis. Sophia Hogan. Brian Hussey III. Abdullah Ibrahim. Hanaya Johnson. Paige Johnson. Margaret Jones. Kaylee Kames. Ella Kalapadabu. Ella Kalapadabu. Daniel Kang. Junsia Kang. Lindsay Kasperwitz. Charles Keldson. Grace Kellerman. Avery Kelly. Mackenzie Kempa. Thin Kai. Umir Hilfa. Dhruv Kokani. Ashley Kilgore. Elena Kim. Hannah Kim. Elizabeth Kirchner. Eli Kester. Akshura Katula. Akshala Kutala. Akshara Kutala. You're welcome. Sydney Cornfield. Sarah Kramer. Jessica Kripke. Arissa Kumasi. Michael Kiriazi. Ashi Leila. Lala. Ashi Lala. Isabella Lamar. Emerson Louster. Anne Murphy Lee. Nadia Lester. Wendy Lee. Mason Lenert. Kennedy Lloyd. Elizabeth Lockwood. Kaylin Loftus. Kaylin Loftus. William Logan. Ryan Lowe. Brennan Lutz. Brennan Lutz. Brooklyn Lee. Veda Mahuldra. Mariam Malik. Zara Mana. Toby Margolis. Natasha Keiko Mata. Jada Maxwell. Kaylee Mazer. Troy McAllister. William McMillan. Melissa Malahi. Zoe Meltz. Lexi Meltzer. Madeline Mendeloff. Nicholas Miller. Chloe Miner. Woohoo. Jessica Minkin. Arushi Mithil. Braden Moore. Cecilia Morales Barraza. Ariana Morel. Ayana Morgan. Alexis Mountford. Hannah Mosip. Molly Muller. Lily Niger. Ethan Neff. Aria Newingham. Tyler Nuremberg. Kobe Youngson. Uchenna O'Crawford. Ezra Orell. Antonia Uvaye. Josh Parasher. Aubrey Parisi. Marin Park. Dia Patel. Leah Patel. Layla Perez. Laura Penn. Stephen Petrovsky. Lindsay Claxton. Jessica Podolsky. Rohan Puri. Gavin Rabb. Grace Randolph. Alexandria Reinert. Peter Ranucci. JD Rodriguez. Lola Rodriguez. Madison Rogers. Annie Rollins. Emily Rudzinski. Madison Ruiz. Sophia Ruiz Sierra. Julia Salvati. Gianna Schaefer. Cecilia Scheffler. Layla Schliebe. Mia Selvin. Emily Shaw. Ruchi Shaha. Varshna Shankar. Eleni Shawa. Sophie Silbert. Ashley Silverberg. Liam Singleton. Isabel Skarbinski. Lila Sleeman. Alston Smith. Chloe Somer. Sydney Spanbauer. Hunter Stabile. Jaden Sturkin. Isabella Stryber. Sophie Strike. Ahmed Sukan. Alexandra Schweitzer. Ellie Zilkowski. Isabella Taylor. Zoe Tivlin. Olivia Texidor. Umaya Thomas. Caitlin Thompson. Sky Thompson. Hope Toth. Ursula Trowern. Ruthika Tiwari. Uzmitha Thuladar. Chidima Udebunam. Jocelyn Venezuela. Elena Van Metter. Vrinda Vurada. Tirana Vashani. Tirana Varshain. Evan Vetral. Nicoletta Veraco. Christy Vu. Erin Waldron. Jackson Walters. Kevin Walters. Lily Wang. Maya Waypole. McKenna Washnuck. Jack Weinberg. Jack Weiner. Elizabeth Whitmore. Joshua Williams. Clara Wolf. Michaela Wu. Blake Yates. Anna Zavarella. Alex Zhang. Molly Zeder. Bruno Susanegi. Francesca Tucci. Olivia Kitchen. Tane Deepak. Yawin Zhao. Maria Zabrukin. This concludes the students graduating in biopsychology, cognition, and neuroscience.
Next, we will hear from Nicholas Love, who's representing the graduating class of 2025. Nick.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nicholas Love, and I am incredibly proud to stand here today as a graduate of the University of Michigan, earning my degree in psychology with minors in political science and community action and social change. To the students, faculty, staff, parents, family members, and the entire University of Michigan community, thank you for being here today. This moment isn't just about us as graduates, it's about all of you who have stood by us and helped us make this possible. None of us got here alone. So to the professors who challenged us, the classmates who stayed up late working through assignments, the mentors who guided us, and the family and friends who supported us through every late night study session and every moment of doubt, thank you. To the class of 2025, congratulations, we did it. To be honest, I never thought I'd be standing in front of you here today. I grew up on the east side of Detroit. What up, though, to all the Detroit natives? Where college wasn't always a part of the conversation. But I had my mother and my grandmother who sacrificed everything to make sure that my brothers and I had a chance to dream beyond what was in front of us. My brothers graduated high school in 2008 and went off to Ann Arbor for college just as I was starting kindergarten, a full reset for my family. My mom and grandmother's perseverance, patience, and undying love have shaped every step of my journey, and I am so incredibly grateful for them. I know my mom is smiling ear to ear today with a tear in her eye as her baby earns their college degree. Mom, I love you, and I hope I'm making you proud. I came to Michigan following in my brother's footsteps, but my journey truly became my own after I lost a close friend to suicide in 2019. That loss completely changed the course of my life. Psychology became more than just a major. It became a way of understanding, of healing, of making sense of grief, pain, and the human experience. But even after finding my passion, I struggled. Like many of us, I felt the weight of imposter syndrome, walking into classrooms where I always didn't see people who looked like me, and questioning whether I really belonged here. It took time, but I eventually found my community, the Black Student Union, HEADS, BUPA, UROP, my research lab, and so many other spaces that helped me redefine what belonging truly meant. These were the people and places that made Michigan feel like home, and what taught me what it means to be a Wolverine. Throughout these past 4 years, one of the greatest lessons that I've learned is that growth happens in discomfort and challenge. Some of the most transformative experiences of my undergraduate experience came from stepping into unfamiliar spaces, questioning my own assumptions, and being willing to sit with discomfort. One of those moments came during my sophomore year. In Psych 211's mental health section, instead of sitting in a lecture hall of 250 people, a small group of us went to the Center for Forensic Psychiatry, a mental health facility for patients found not guilty by reason of insanity or incompetent to stand trial. I remember that first Monday, walking through the metal detectors, leaving our phones behind, and waiting for the buzzer to sound as we walked through that thick door. Week after week, we sat with patients, we played spades, basketball, made art, and most importantly, we listened. We confronted the harmful stereotypes surrounding both mental health and the carceral system, and in doing so, we saw the humanity that exists beyond the headlines and statistics. That experience challenged everything I knew about justice, mental health, and compassion. It reminded me that a liberal arts education isn't just about what you learn in lectures and through textbooks. It's about critical thinking, communication, problem solving, and the courage to challenge the world around you. Another place where I found discomfort and ultimately growth was in my own struggle to find representation. As a Black man in psychology, it was hard to find examples of people who looked like me and studied the questions that mattered to me. I'm incredibly thankful to my mentor, Dr. Miles Durkee, who welcomed me into his research lab as a first-year student. Whether I was running participants through studies, analyzing data, or sitting in lab meetings. That experience pushed me not just to become a better student and a researcher, but to ask deeper questions about belonging, higher education, and how institutions affirm or deny a person's worth. These questions led me to pursue my honors thesis on the sense of belonging for Black students at predominantly white institutions and the role of counter spaces, which are physical or metaphorical spaces created to resist harmful campus climates. These spaces, whether established by the university or by students themselves, are vital for helping us weather the storms of college life. From IRB approval to data collection, results, and writing up the final paper, I learned what it means to not just participate in research, but to lead it, to question systems, to seek answers, and to advocate for the change that you believe in. And that brings me to the charge I want to leave you all with today. Most of us won't remember every research article that we've read, every exam we crammed for, or even every paper we wrote, or let's be honest, ask ChatGPT to summarize. But we will remember the moments that shaped us, the people who challenged us, and the lessons that pushed us to care more deeply and think more critically. Because while today is a celebration, we're also graduating in a time and in a world where truth, education, and justice are under attack. Across the country, we're seeing books banned, academic freedom threatened, and diversity, equity, and inclusion work dismantled, including right here at the University of Michigan. These attacks aren't just about politics or policy, it's about who gets to belong, whose stories are told, and whose lives are valued. Psychology has taught us that people are complex, that environment, culture, and community shape outcomes. But it's also taught us something deeper. Change doesn't happen by accident. It happens because people choose to stand for something, especially when it's hard. So my challenge to you and all of us here, lead with courage, stand for something. Speak up when it's easier to stay quiet. Defend the spaces that allow people to show up fully as themselves. Protect the right to ask questions, to learn, and to challenge the status quo. We are leaders, and leadership isn't just about titles. It's about what you're willing to fight for. So as we step into this next chapter, whether it's graduate school, the workforce, or simply figuring it out one day at a time, I hope we carry these lessons with us. Move with purpose, staying open, staying bold, and above all else, leading with empathy. To the class of 2025, we made it. No matter where your next path takes you, you will always have a family here in Michigan. Today, tomorrow, and every day after. Congratulations to the class of 2025, and forever go blue.
Thank you, Nick. That was great. Next, we present the students graduating with a major in psychology. At this time, I invite all the graduates in the psychology major to begin approaching the stage. Professor Craig Rodriguez-Sejas will present the graduates, assisted by advisor Julie Catanzarite. And please hold your applause until the entire group is announced.
Elizabeth Eichatz. Sukina Jean Aldalimi. Nazim Ali. Dylan Alphonse. Jacob Altshula. Noah Alstafa. Wisdom Andino. Reed Irani. Sydney Aronoff. Victoria Balza. Jeffrey Bass Jr. Isabella Basso. Kenneth Bauman. Chloe Burge. Amelia Bergeron. Levi Beam. Alexandra Janelle Bernardino. Whitney Perez Blake. Lauren Blyer. Carly Boccia. Ryan Bogan. Cassia Bonds. Brooke Bozanak. Lauren Braybrand. Zoe Bram. Sarah Broyd. Logan Brown. Morgan Brown. Mackenzie Burke. Emily Castaneda Espinosa. Maya Castleberry. Sayla Kaywood, Elizabeth Cervantes, Anhyo Chia, Lucy Chan, Francesca Chikuti, Weehing Choi, Aisha Chowdhury, Caitlin Clark, Alyssa Claxton, Alexa Cohen, Kara Cohen, Sydney Cohen, Haley Conway, Ann Costello, Jade Crosby, Mary Cullen, Nia Daniels, Jane Davis, Noah Dion, Jordan Dello, Saoirse Dennehy, Nana Dewan, Zichi D, Grace Dietlein, Emily Dottie, Jordan Dorman, Sarah Donovan, Spirit Dorsey, Sophie Doughty, Elena Du, Esme Dutta, Allison Erdley, Brooke Edelman, Rachel Eisenstein, sorry, Jasmine Espinosa Romero, Eli Fabric, Angelica Fandino, Isabel Ferrando, Sophia Filippov, Keely Finan, Sasha Fisher, Molly Fishman, Alexis Fisher, Gabrielle Flicker, Megan Fox, Michael Frantantuno, Janice Freschel, Julia Frickman, Tom Gambaro, Eliana Gans, Ashlyn Garber, Jade Guh, Jessica Janoud, Ryan Gilbert, Madison Gillespie, Joshua Glazier, Mina Goldberg, Victoria Golosinski, Madison Gonzalez, Carly Gazinski, Maria Garcia de los Santos, Sophie Grand, Ali Green, Jordan Green, Nex Green, Alexis Grzakowski, Asma Gandhi, Autumn Ganal, Jennifer Guo, Jessica Gervitz, Sandra Hall, Ariel Halpern, Claire Hamming, Jiatong Han, Nicholas Harriet, Claudia Hastings, Mila Haas, Lucille Chan Yi, Lucas Heiberger, Kiasi Helm, Ali Hennessy, Aaron Hirsch, Leah Hopkins, Micah Hopkins, Avery Hopper, Abigail Hauser, Ethan Hune, Isaac Hun, Lauren Hurley, Hannah Hurwitz, Emma Hines, Jasmine Insad, Hiba Iqbal, Allegra Isdar, Kira Jacobs, Luke Jacobson, Claire Jansen, Emma J, Donna Jazrawi, Mansurul Hamja, Molly Jendrika, Elena Johnson, Dior Jones, Yasmina Jones, Caleb Jocelyn, Morgan Khan, Jordan Katz, Julia Kavanaugh, Charlotte Kerberg, Lakaira Keys, Rida Khan, Faraz Katak, Oliver Clayman, Henry Clott, Leah Krantz, Allison Cutler, Chloe Lam, Ella Lamkin, Tyler Lamoureux, Grace Lehman, Natalie Leach, Lucy Lee, Nicole Leemaster, Elizabeth Lepec, James Levinson, Jen Lee, Kessin Liang, Joshua Lin, Emily Lee, Madison Linker, Eleni Liu, Kate Lopez, Nolan Lopez, Carla Lopez Green, Jasmine Lloyd, Benson Liu, Wilson Liu, Sydney Lundquist, Kimberly Liu, Sophia McKinnon, Victoria Miego Ventura, Maria Maidens, Thomas Manchester, Saya Mangat, Jordan Marion, Julia Marku, Alena Mosky, Paige Mosman, Benjamin Mashburn, Abigail Matthews, Catherine Ma, Manuel Maya, Cosmin Mazaranu, Ella McCalmont, Blythe McCurry, Eleanor McManus, Megan McNamara, Ava Meisman, Ashley Meggs, Prama Mehta, Haley May, Asia Gathings, Jacob Meskin, Isabella Michaelis, Morgan Milstein, Sophia Minadeo, Dia Mitchell, Jakaya Mitchell, Shiva Musinian, Marcela Molina, Haley Montai, Jennifer Montoya, Ella Muskowitz, Emma Moss, Shannon Moss, Anna Mwench, Molly Murphy, Grace Masalowitz, Kerrigan Nelson, Ashley Nguyen, Jess Nicholson, Peace Odiase, Delaney O'Donnell, Luis Olivares Jr., Gabriella Onderdonk, August O'Neill, Sophia Oprandi, Olivia Ortega, Jonah Ostroff, Isabel Pacora, Irmgard Palace, sorry, Kelsey Parchment, Melissa Para, Preciosa Paucar, Benjamin Perez, Donnell Perkins Jr., Maxwell Peters, Erin Petrov, Shane Pilot, Grace Plimpton, Jingzi Chen, Adeline Rappin, Catherine Recca, Mary Redmond, Anissa Replogle, Isabella Rowe, Kylie Rice, Nicole Rich, Ashley Richardson, Sophie Richardson, Sophie Rivera, Logan Rader, Jennifer Roman, Kayla Rosenberg, Jolie Rosenstein, Shannon Salahani, Avery Salison, Claire Schick, Phoebe Schmidt, Sierra Schneid, Kate Schwab, Emily Schwartz, Cora Scott, Kayla Sia, Soli Sewald, Ryan Schaefer, Sydney Sharp, Jayu Shen, Fallon Sherman, Samantha Schoflick, Nicole Shumsky, Doris Schwartz, Daniel Silva, Jacqueline Sinai, Risha Surdeshmukh, Cecilia Snyder, Haosong, Lily Saroka, Sanvi Srinivasan, sorry. Oren Strobel, Aubrey Swain, Grace Salma, Kylie Tojapera, Hayoyi Tan, Sierra Tansier, Napintan Pairoj, Kendall Tarrant, Julia Tenna, Anna Terpstra, Ryan Thomas, Abby Travis, Ashley Troya, Charlotte Trunsky, Julia Vatabedian, Sofia Vasquez, Mia Weidlinger, Citlali Villagomez, Citlali Villagomez, Lexia Wabindeto, Emma Wackler, Bethany Wang, Sarah Wang, Dylan Wattenberg, Emma Weber, Shivani Weber, Shu Yuan Wei, Sophia Wang, Ella Weringer, Monica Whipple, Kyla Wiggins, Dylan Wiley, Claire Wingard, Justice Winters, Jacqueline Rubel, Matthew Wu, Jenny Yao, Sarah Yaris, Arian Yen, Erica Yo, Zoe Zaltz, Lu Zhang, Zhenyu Zhao, Mudazra Ahmed, Tianli Jiang, Christopher Zhang. And this concludes the students graduating in psychology. Please give yourselves a round of applause.
It is now my pleasure to close out today's ceremony. All of the graduates, please stand. Now, move the tassels on your mortarboards from the right side to the left side, signifying your new status as graduates of the University of Michigan. It is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you the Psychology graduating class of 2025. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the staff within the Psychology Department who worked so very hard to make this day a success. They helped make our department one of the very best. I especially want to recognize the Student Academic Affairs Office for their commitment to our students and to making this event special. Finally, before I bring this celebration to a close, let us recognize the parents, guardians, partners, family members, and friends who have supported your graduates throughout these years. Your support and sacrifice is invaluable to our graduates, and I know that your companionship, assistance, and hard work contributed to making this day possible. This ceremony is also our way of thanking you for supporting our graduates and for trusting us, the Department of Psychology, with your graduates' education. Parents, guardians, and loved ones, please stand. Graduates, please take this opportunity to express your gratitude with a standing ovation. As we conclude our event, graduates, please stay seated until your row is released. You will exit through the north tunnel directly behind you. Guests, please meet your graduate outside as quickly as possible because we have another ceremony that begins soon. Please stay at your seat for the victors and the yellow and the blue, and you will be then directed out of the arena. Now there is only one last thing left to say. Go Blue!